What I eat in a day, 55-pound Mounjaro weight loss. I'm at QVC. I'm actually auditioning for QVC, and I'm going to show you what I ate before my audition and after my audition with QVC. Make sure you get my free Mounjaro weight loss success checklist down in the description, and I'll link down below all of my items that I'm talking about on my what I eat in a day for my 55-pound Mounjaro weight loss. By the way, this also is helpful if you're on tirzepatide, semaglutide. Now, before I left to go to QVC, I actually used our meal delivery system, which I will link down below. I am obsessed with it. This video is not sponsored by them, but I just love their food. We get it 2 times a week. We had the meatballs with green beans. It's basically like protein and vegetables, and those are my main jams. The Count is actually making this because he's my king. He does not like to cook, but he likes cooking these. And we ended up picking the meatballs. You can pick whatever you want to, by the way, but we usually get the ones with meat and veggies. So it had a glaze on there with some little crunchies on top. It was so good. And then the Count made extra so we could have them, so him and the Duke could have them the next day for lunch also. I was so full. I had had my shot day of my Mounjaro 10 milligrams the day before. I was incredibly full. And the Count likes to use a probe for the meat to make sure it's the right temperature. I'll link that also down below in the description link for you. There's a big sale going on with the meal delivery system, I think. So I'll link that down below, but we love ours. We had been doing 4 times a week. We only do 2 times a week, but it has been a major money saver for us, but also flavor wise, I get so full because of the protein. It's forcing me to eat protein and forcing me to eat delicious fresh vegetables too, which I love. And that's been helpful, like mindset wise of losing 55 pounds on my weight loss journey with Mounjaro. So helpful to know I can eat really, really good food and not feel guilty about it. Shame, condemnation, none of that. Like, I feel like this is just a great meal. You'll notice it's some bread with garlic. Okay, let me do a little rewind. I ended up making earlier that day roasted garlic. This was not smart because I reeked of garlic going to my QVC audition and was terrified. I'm like, everyone's going to think I smell so badly. But my little boy, the Duke, and I, who's my 7-year-old, we made these garlic cloves because they're right now. I got the garlic from Costco. You just put them in a cookie tin, put a little bit of olive oil on the top of them, and then you roast them, and then they pop out of the cloves. But here's my thing: you're only supposed to have maybe 1 to 2 cloves. I had something like 13, 14, or 15. It was a crazy amount. I put like 6 cloves or 7 cloves on one piece of bread. I reeked of garlic for like 48 hours straight, y'all. So don't do what I did. That was felt like the biggest idiot. I'm like, who does that before they get to audition for QVC? Like, my life's dream is to be on QVC. And I reek of garlic. It was a lot. So we just use, there's the Duke, you just cover them. And then the Duke was helping me uncover them after we roasted them. It was so fun. You can keep them for like a long time in the refrigerator in an airtight jar. We didn't do that. We just had it. And then I was like, oh my gosh, I've gotten my fill. You roast it for 400 degrees. If you want the recipe, let me know down in the comments. I can happily give it to you. And make sure you stay till the end because I've got something special for you as well that we'll talk about at the end for Mounjaro weight loss. But it has on here really, really simple to be able to make those. And you can add it to so many different things, not just bread, but you can add it to your proteins, your veggies. It really adds great flavors. And those cloves literally pop out. You can see how they're like squishy. They don't look like the garlic clove would be squishy. They're squishy, and you just take the skin off of it too, which is they're amazing. Oh my gosh, this was the best recipe. I was so excited. I felt like Martha Stewart, Countess of shopping, Martha Stewart. Here we come. See, and that's when you pop out the cloves. That's what it looks like with the empty bulb. So these only had a couple of bulbs or a couple of cloves on them. Literally, I had like 6 or 7 cloves, and that was my meal that I originally started talking about. So let me get back to that. So I had that meal, and then I ended up leaving to go to QVC. But before I drove up there, I ended up having my LMNT electrolytes. I'm obsessed with the electrolytes. They help a lot, particularly since I had my shot the day before because of the potassium, the magnesium, and the sodium. Really good for weight loss. And my 40-ounce tumblers. If you don't have good tumblers, I'm going to link my 3 favorites down in the description link below for you too. They are a game changer. The LMNT electrolytes and the water. Such a big deal. Such a big deal. It's been very beneficial on my weight loss journey. And I want to encourage you, like, you do you, boo. Certainly, I'm not a nutritionist at all, but this is what's helped me. So I went to QVC. I ended up having, so let's get back to the QVC thing. I had my dinner, I drove up to QVC, and I did QVC in the morning for my audition, which went amazingly. I'm now one of the guest hosts at QVC, which is such an honor. It's literally a lifetime dream come true. You can just see the joy radiating off my face. Before I went to my audition, though, I'm going to kind of show you what I had. because I had my shot, I was not hungry. I brought with me some Pellegrino to the hotel room. That's me when I first woke up. I chugged a ton of Pellegrino and had my water because I was at my hotel room. I had some of the hotel coffee from downstairs in the lobby. It was absolutely disgusting, and I regretted my life choice of even having a sip. So I showed it to you guys, and then I was showing I was going to drink it, and then I had a sip and I literally spit it out. The magic behind what I eat in a day, YouTubes. This is me so excited, even though I didn't have coffee. That's my outfit. I'll link it down below. I'm obsessed with that blazer. It's from Amazon. It is the Pantone color of the season. It is awesome, and the price on it's not crazy high. And I'll also link my pants down below. They're intentionally supposed to be really baggy. So I did my audition, and then I left and I got a Starbucks sausage sandwich. And I also got their little fruit bowl thingy from Starbucks. Y'all, I was so full. I was so full. Mind you, this is around noon. I'm literally in bed because I'm exhausted. I got an unsweet passion tango tea from Starbucks. And then I also had a Diet Dr. Pepper because I love me a good DDP. If you know, you know. Those are my tanning drops also on my nightstand. So that's all I ate. I couldn't eat the rest of it. I was like so full. I was ready to barf. I was like, enough. I ended up getting home, had another thing of water once I got home. That's my organizer for my Stanley tumblers and some of my other 40-ounce tumblers. And I ended up chopping up some watermelon. This gizmo is the coolest thing for watermelon, and also my meal prep tray. I will link both down below. I just started using this watermelon slicer thingy. It's the coolest invention. It was not crazy expensive, and it made it go so much faster, and my little boy was so excited. But with my meal prep container, there's all these different meal prep holders with lids. So then I could just plop it into the refrigerator once I was done. It kept the juice with that board too. So if you're doing things like fruits, I mean, you could do meats obviously too, but for fruits that were super juicy, it kept it really well organized. It's the most awesome thing. I'm obsessed with both of these. These are my two, excuse me, that is by the way, my acid reflux from Mounjaro. I do get acid reflux quite a bit. So I put my scraps over in one side, and then I actually put the food in the other. You could not put the scraps in there. You could just put all of your food in those containers. This is the coolest meal prep gizmo. If you don't have one of these, go get them. Go run to my description link and get one. I am completely obsessed because it saves so much time getting my watermelon all set for my little boy and for myself. So I ended up having a little thing of watermelon. We had the fires from Canada, so we ended up pulling out our air purifiers. If you are having really bad smoke in your area because of the Canadian fires, these are medical grade air purifiers. They are not cheap by any means, but man, they're medical grade. They're what they use in hospitals. I will link those down on the description link below because our air quality in Virginia has been horrible. I thought it was because the Count had burned something. He's like, just the outside looks like fog where we live. So we have one downstairs. It has wheels. It's medical grade. And then we have another air purifier upstairs that is also medical grade too. So if you're experiencing that, these have made a big difference in our home with the air quality. And so I'm like super grateful. When I came back, driving back from QVC, it was ridiculously like not good air. On my drive back, I also had a tumbler full of electrolytes, and I didn't show you that. So please forgive me for not showing you my electrolytes. I was just really full, and I was also jazzed up. Like I was hyper jazzed. The Count had made dinner again from the meal delivery system that we have. I ended up getting some extra green beans because I wanted more vegetables. They were having orzo with it, which I didn't. I had some orzo, but I didn't have a ton. You guys know I love low carb, so I'd rather have more veggies. Those were the veggies, the dill, and the lemon that came with it. Yes, there's fresh squeezed lemon in that, and steak. It was so good. It was a feta cheese with this Greek stuff. Oh my gosh, I'll do it in another video. It was amazing, but I'll link it down below for you guys too. There's my outfit. If you found this video helpful, make sure you click that follow button and get my free Mounjaro weight loss success checklist.